There's a bullet wound. That's what it seems like. Seems like it's just one gunshot to the head, but we need to do a full autopsy. I can't believe Freddy's dead. And there's only one person on this ship who could do a proper autopsy. But do we trust her? And that's the end of the scene.
I understand if you need time to grieve.
So overwhelming.
Let me cut to the chase. We need your help.
With what?
An autopsy.
I'm a biologist, not a forensics expert.
You study the human body. Surely you can tell us something.
I'll try, but I will need some time.
How long?
I can have it done by tonight, but I'll be sealing myself in my room until then.
That's sensible.
And that's the end of the scene.
Car!
As I'm sure you've decided, Freddy has been murdered. I'm sure this is deeply distressing to everyone, and I am aware of that, but we must acknowledge that we have a dangerous killer on board this yacht. I'm sure you all have been taking necessary protocols, but I would recommend we do not sleep alone in our rooms from now on. If it's a small comfort, Freddy's death would have been quick. We found a silent shotgun stashed in the room where he was killed. Sadly, it has been completely cleared of many footprints. That's the end, I think.
Cool. Yes. Small comfort. Poor Margaret was pooling in her own blood. She would have been in agony.
We should have had her autopsied, but we had no clear idea of who to trust. Maybe by the time I got to her, she was barely alive. I still have no idea how long she was there for, bleeding out on the floor.
Ignore that line. Carry on from your line. It was long enough. No, you say it.
It was long enough for the murder to cover their tracks, but there was no shotgun left near her body. Plus, she was pooling in blood from different parts of her body.
So Freddy's death was carried out much more efficiently then?
Yes, Margaret's death was sloppy. She seemed to have multiple wounds. It's possible that the blood loss have killed her, as opposed to any bullets themselves.
Should we consider two killers?
We should keep it on the table, but we should also consider that the killer could have had more of a vendetta against Margaret and wanted to make her death more painful.
That puts us back to square one. Who could have wanted to kill Margaret?
Hello?
Hi, Robert.
I can share what I know.
Where were you yesterday?
Sealed away in my room.
That's understandable.
It segues into what I came here to tell you.
Go on.
I am a former employee of the SDL.
I can name every employee, past and present. You are not amongst them.
When the hands the clock meet at 12, I will be there.
My word, it's you. You were part of the Operation CAT, CAT.
Yes.
Operation Cat?
It was top secret. We tried to infiltrate the ruling Vile's secret headquarters, but it went wrong.
I was an informant.
And all of your agents involved were killed. So how are you still alive?
Freddy found me.
And all... How?
He said I was a good choice for a job vacancy. He'd been keeping tabs on me for quite a while.
Robert, what do you know about Freddy's history?
Well, he got a first-class graduation and then went to Harvard.
First class education. Yeah, I know.
A first-class education?
Yes, he was privately educated.
He always told a rags to riches story.
To the press.
So what? He inherited you. He inherited his wealth.
Of course he did. It was from his grandfather, Arthur C. Wilkinson.
And what did he do?
All sorts of shady stuff, but it's him who made the family's fortune. He was lifted out of poverty by the New Deal, and after the war he built a booming business in shipmaking.
When was he born?
1923.
And where was he born?
Boston.
How do you know this?
I was doing some digging, and I wanted a form of leverage on Forever Ivor Freddy.
That's the end of the scene.